All right, it's the Hour of Doom and the Legion of Bloom. Let's dumpster dive.
From gwar, and here we are on the sounds of the underground tour. Let's take a look around and see what we can find. Have you guys ever had sex with an alien
So this
before?
is like the first ever Sounds of Underground, right? Like this is when they had like everybody, right? They had a dope lineup. And you didn't have to see gwar in like the middle of the day. So you could actually see him like at night with all the theatrics and everything else.
Sets that nice scenery.
So I was there the first year, and I was there like in El Paso randomly, and my cousin like was like, "Hey, let's go, like let's just check it out, let's do it." I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a killer lineup. And it was actually in an arena, and it was like at UTEP, the UTEP arena, wherever, like University of Texas El Paso. So it was like where they play basketball at. So giant space, you didn't have to worry about like having to leave or find shade or being in a parking lot that's like on fire, like burning up on blacktop. And like, dude, it was a killer lineup. Yeah, like every time I die was like the middle lineup. They weren't even like one of the headlining bands. Like you start from there. You had A Life Once Lost. Like Lamb of God was headlining. Opeth, Gene Hoglan was playing drums for them. And that was the first time I saw gwar. And that was before Odorous Humongous like died. Yeah. And he came on me. Not true story, he came on me. So like I was 15 and he came on me.
I was explain that. How that happened.
So gwar comes on, right? And he's got, the fake apparatus, right? His fake space alien. And they're like cutting off the head of like a fake like George Bush. He's like spraying blood in the crowd, you know what I mean? They like kill monsters. And they get to a section, and like here's the thing, like gwar's not great if you go by just the music. Like I think the first two albums are cool. Like it's cool for what it is, but they're just theatrics. It's just fun to see live. Like that's the only reason everyone likes gwar. I hate to say it. Funny, like all that stuff happened, right? And I'm in the back. And I'm like, shy 15-year-old, like trying to act cool, and I think I'm cool, like, because I actually am talking to a group of girls. And it's probably nonsense. They're probably just like, yeah, we're in California, yeah, like, oh, yeah, a lot of shows in California, we pit pretty hard. I'm probably just bullshitting, saying dumb shit, right? And on stage, he's going, hey, who wants to watch me come? He has this big fake alien. Who wants to watch me come? And everyone's like, because that's you're only there for like them to spray blood on you. That's the whole point. That's why people show up in white t-shirts to gwar concerts. And he's like, all right, but everyone needs to chant gwar. Okay, gwar, and these girls are like, you know what I mean? I'm all fucking head stupid. Gwar. I see this. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He's going, shoots his load, right? I'm like 50 feet back. 50 feet back. It arches, bro. It arches. And I just see it. I'm like, dude, that's going pretty far, right? And it's got a peak, right? I'm like, oh, man. I can, like, you know when you see a peak of something? It's like, oh, man, it's looking right at me, right? And the main spray. Again, I'm cool talking to girls. Mosh, hit hard. If they didn't point and laugh at me, and I'm still trying to act cool, red alien come over me. I'm trying to act cool, right? They point and laugh at me, and so does the next 4 or 5 rows of people. That's my story the first time seeing gwar. So he came on me.
True Legend of Bloom right there.
Yeah. I was 15 and he did that to me. And now he's dead. That's what he gets. I'm just kidding. Rest in peace, Odorous Humongous.
Get out. Nervous. Let me sign your cell phone.
Bro.
Your cell phone, bro.
You never flip phones?
What's your girlfriend's number?
You could only check like sports scores on your flip phone. That was it. I don't even think you got breaking news. Maybe you can get CNN alerts, but like, if some shit happens, forget about it, bro. You gotta You gotta like go find a TV store or walk into an airport and, you know, find a news outlet. Yeah. Speaking of crappy lineups though, so the first ever one was pretty good. You and I went to the second ever Sounds Underground. I don't even know if you knew that, but it was the second ever Sounds Underground, and the lineup was so shallow that like I think we were excited just to see Necro.
Yeah.
And he got
that was
like
the main one we went to go see, and not there.
He got like
kicked off the tour.
He was like so hostile on stage that yeah, they amicably said, hey, you know, you should leave the tour. They kicked him off the tour, but it was like, oh, it was an amicable discussion that, you know, Necro would not be here. Like, bro, he's like literally he's popping off the stage, and he's a dude. I mean, we'd be seeing him live. He's like 6'5", 6'7". He's a big dude, right? Like he's popping off the stage and punching like fucking scene kids with dumb emo haircuts. he's fighting scenester kids, bro. So it's like, yeah, you gotta kick him off the tour. And yeah, by the time he got to the West Coast, and we saw him in Irvine, talk about a fucking sweat pit, a blacktop sweat pit, a fucking misery, right? We saw him in Irvine, and okay, he's not there, and dude, he also had to deal with that, bro. Like a bunch of weird, gross shit. Like
Necro turns his shoulder to a softboard.
yeah, but you don't have like, I mean, with Instagram now, like, dude, no girl's gonna get caught dead licking some dude's nipple ring.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, and then again too, like this shit isn't popular anymore. This shit was popular with us because I think it was just Headbanger's Ball, and I think it was just kind of fresh and new at the time. Now it's kind of old and dead like we are. Back to Sounds Underground, 06, whatever it was, 07.
Yeah, 07.
It was 07. Okay, so maybe it was the second or third one. Either way, we went to that one. We're old and we were at that one. Irvine Verizon Amphitheater, right?
Yeah. Verizon Amphitheater.
Yeah. Blacktop, sweat pit of misery. We get there, and I remember being like,
Stage.
yeah, we're on the blacktop. We're not even yeah, we're not even the crowd. They're just like, these are a bunch of fucking losers. These bands suck, so we're just gonna give them like some fucking parking lot stage. Like, yeah, that was miserable. Remember we get there, right? And I'm talking about Josh here. He's not here to defend himself, unfortunately. But bro, he was fucking amped up. We get there and 2 Cents or whatever, they were an opening band. They're done. Goat Whore's already playing, and they're playing the whatever of the Rising Sun. That it's actually a pretty dope song, but that breakdown, right? Right as we get in, Josh books it into the pit and breaks his foot.
First time.
The first breakdown, he breaks his foot.
But we lost him for a fucking while though, until we found out.
You're right. So he broke his foot, and I was right there, like just like headbanging, being cool, pretty hard, Santa or something, right? Probably trying to talk to someone else and just being awkward and stupid, you know, like a dumb teenager. And I just feel someone hang on me. And I was like, I was like, hey bro, you alright? He's like, oh, dude, my fucking foot, bro. He tried to go back in the pit, came right back. I'm just like, bro, like, just find a place to sit down. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And is she eating that girl's face? That was an aggressive kiss, bro. They should pay us to watch that. So yeah, he's like, he's just right there, and he's fucked up. And I guess he went, and either the EMT saw him or wherever the medical tent saw him, and they took him backstage. And yeah, we lost him for a while. Like, where's Josh? He's probably talking to some people, because bro, he would just go and conversate with people, and just like, you know what I mean? Whoever, like, he would just make friends.
Fairly social.
Yeah, social butterfly for sure. He can make friends with anybody. Talk up a storm. This shit too, bro. No one signs bras anymore. That's how you know metal's dead, bro. You see this haircut right now? Okay, I couldn't get a girl to look at me, let alone sign someone's bra. It's also because I'm old and disgusting.
That guy's old and disgusting.
Right, that's Dr. Randall Bright. He can get away with anything. But of course, you don't see him really doing that weird ghost shit. So, shouts out. Yeah, we lost him, and it's not a great lineup. We already talked about that. We can say that a million times. It's not a great lineup. And Josh is telling me, like, yeah, I didn't know who any of the guys were until, like, I saw them get on the stage. Like, I just think they're random roadies. Like, oh, what's up, man? Oh, that sucks. Hey, feel better, man. Yeah, you'll mosh it up next time. You know what I mean? He's sitting there and his foot is, like, swollen up. It's, like, this fat. And he's like, yeah, I didn't know who these guys were. So they got on stage, started playing. Like, he didn't even know it, really anybody. I mean, he had, like, Shadows Fall there, but, like, in his defense, that's not really like a band that he really listened to or cared about.
Yeah, what's the name? Social Distortion? No. So
Suicidal Tendencies. That was a Suicidal Tendencies like lineup with a bunch of burnouts, bro. Think about it. Now they got Dave Lombardo, he used to play from Slayer. They got Ben Weinman from the Dillinger Escape Plan. So it was like, it wasn't even exciting seeing them. And they played when there was still daylight out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lose Josh. And finally, he ends up coming back out because he refuses to go home. Like, hey, the EMT says, hey, I can call you an ambulance, but like, here's your only chance.
Personal information.
No, I want to stay and see gwar.
I just, you know.
So then fucking gwar plays, right? I got Kame on the first time I saw gwar. We were off to the side, and then Josh was all fucked up anyway. We had to carry him around for the rest of the day.
Who makes it?
Right? And like, we didn't. I don't even think we came back out to see anybody until Suicidal Tendencies. Because like JFAC, Job for a Cowboy played,
How long
right?
have you hated Mexicans for?
I don't remember seeing their set. I just remember babysitting Josh.
Yeah, he was sitting in between the beer trucks.
Mexicans, or is it all
You're right, in between the beer truck. Yeah.
I told you I was
Yeah, not even old enough to drink. So we're sitting there babysitting them most of the time.
I'm gonna go have some of the white power bread.
Ken goes to the Verizon
The white
wireless
chocolate chip
truck
cookies. Yeah,
to
don't
do
think I'm not reading into that.
Lamb of God
White
karaoke.
chocolate chip.
And to Laid to Rest, Lamb of God's Laid to Rest, he was singing a Verizon wireless.
Wherever you were going with that.
Only something you get paid to do. He's singing a Lamb of God style jingle for Verizon wireless, but he has an AT&T flip phone. He sounded good though. He sounded really good and really convincing. So he's doing that like Verizon wireless, Verizon to everybody coming by. That's when he was like, he was a social butterfly at that point, right? We babysitted Josh, missed half the bands because nobody really caught our eye. I think I caught Shadows Fall for a little bit because they had a couple jams I liked. Again, because like, you know, when Jamie Josta hosted Headbangers Ball, I was like, that was a band that would come up like. Bro, you want to talk about when this music kind of peaked when we were teenagers? Is because of Jamie Josta's Headbangers Ball. Yeah, shouts out to Jamie Josta. Hate breed, bro. Because when he left that show, when we were already getting into high school, bro, it would come on. It would still come on Saturdays. But I remember we'd be chilling here, drinking or doing something stupid. I would turn it on, and within 10 minutes I would turn it off because maybe they'd play a Slipknot video, but it would be like. Trapped. Like what's that band Trapped, right? The Headstrong to take you on. Like, bro, this is not Headbangers Ball. When Jamie Josta left, that was that. They played good. They had good interviews, good videos because of him. You know what I mean? That's where like things peaked. But like for a time when like that stuff still peaked, and for a tour that started out really really good, it was a crap tour. We didn't even come out to see any of the bands until Suicidal Tendencies. We stayed, realistically. I mean, we want to take Josh home, but like, dude, we're fucking hungry. This is a fucking sweat pit. This is garbage. Like, there's a bunch of scene kids. Like, we live in Orange County, but we're from Santa Ana, and the rest of Orange County is fucking whack. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Santa Ana, California. The rest. It was whack. We stayed to watch gwar. Gwar's playing in the middle of the day. So like everything is just sort of like, okay, people are getting sprayed by blood. Like it just seemed like everything was kind of taken out of it. And
it was like I kind of ran it real quick, or a little too quick.
It was garbage, bro. It was freaking garbage.
I think we left after Suicidal Tendencies.
You're right, because Gwar played. It was Gwar and then Suicide. Okay, I think it was. We came out for Gwar and then it was Suicidal Tendencies. I don't remember who headlined the tour. I don't remember who played last. You know what I mean?
We didn't watch
DL
it.
plays
We left.
guitar.
No, we didn't, bro. And talk about like envy. Like I said, the first tour you got Throwdown, and that's sorry, is it California Keith from Throwdown and Keith Buckley from Every Time I Die. Keith Buckley's drunk and cross-eyed and about to deep throat this microphone.
You just wet it up. You wet it up, and then you get it in.
And Lamb of God.
And once you're stuck in, you are stuck in for good. I heard Doug passed the kidney stone.
You know,
Doug,
you
show
know
your kidney
why the
stone.
tour sucks so much? Because there was so many other good tours going on. Like,
Hey Doug, I hear your kidney
same.
stone is walking right behind you.
Bro, ozzfest is fucking terrible.
Doug
Ozzfest
passed
is fucking
that
pretty
guy
bad.
through his urethra.
Ozzfest, like, was past its
Love
peak.
ain't nothing you play with.
You're right, Ozzfest was
That's
probably
real.
better.
That's real.
Ain't
I
nothing you
didn't, yeah,
sell.
we probably should have went
What?
to that instead.
Can't
But
sell it.
Was it the same year as the
Can't
Unholy
sell it?
Alliance tour with Slayer, Lamb
I hear
of
that.
God, and
that?
like Mastodon?
How do you
Children of
free
Bodom?
what?
All
So
four.
like earlier in the summer,
I don't
yeah,
know.
because
Tell me.
early in the summer we me and Josh and Zach,
You ain't gonna
and,
like
you know,
this.
a couple
Let's
other
hear
people
it.
went to that.
Butt naked.
Butt naked?
There's Lamb of God.
Take it back
right?
to the guy
Lamb
who
of God
did it.
right before Slayer.
Does that ever get you into any trouble?
I
You know
wouldn't
what I'm
be the one
saying?
to
Like Lamb of God, Slayer.
Yeah, I hear that.
Like, do you have any energy
Yeah.
left after Lamb of God? Because dude, they're like. Can I admit something? Okay, at one point I used to call Lamb of God Lamb of God.
Can't see beyond that blue, can
It's messed up, I know. And it's because I were legit really good, and then I wasn't feeling some of their newer albums. I wasn't feeling it as much. It's
pretty
And I think
serious.
it's because they hit their peak, right? And
Struck a chord. I'm not.
That
I
was
don't.
their peak.
I'm not sure what
they're amazing back then.
what he
And
said
that's
most
just-
of the time, but I.
You know,
He
everyone
meant
here,
it.
okay, Ash of the Wake, all right, cool. Anytime you hear any of the new American gospel songs, like, right, dude, you know what I mean? As the Palaces Burn was amazing. But dude, like new American gospel, like, I don't think it gets enough respect as like the metalcore album that like kind of helped usher in that era that like we were fond of. Like it walked, so like everyone else can run, and we had this like plethora of good shows to go to. And I burned. And it was a shrimp and chorizo quesadilla. And now you gotta fucking deal with the DJ.
David, not David. Jerry Rice.
What was I talking about?
Shucks, I wish I was your
Oh,
lover.
okay, so back to my fucking
Shucks, I wish I was your lover. Cause I'd walk into
Bro,
the
like,
daylight.
that's like the
If you were
eighth turn I made before finishing my dumb story about Gwar.
I wish I was your lover.
Just interview them.
Did that take you back?
All I wanna do is a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom.
Like,
Those are my pit stains
bro,
saying.
I don't know. For me, like
Lex
30
and
minutes in, like,
effects.
it stains.
All I wanna do is a zoom,
Getting into the pit.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You get out of your car and you walk from the friggin' parking lot.
Why
and
do
you
you
get in
tell
line
that
and you wait in the
girl to
sun.
let her balls
to get
hang out of her
into wherever
skirt?
you're going. Like if you're like Warped Tour is like that too, right? Like you're just like.
But at least you got more variety of what stages you
Oh,
can go to.
that's true. That's true. I have many other stories about Warped Tour. Like Warped Tour, like I went to by myself too. The thing about these places, you're like, dude, my deodorant's not gonna hold up, so they're gonna let me in with sunscreen, and I'm just gonna lather myself. Okay? It could be 8 o'clock at night. Okay? When Gwar was supposed to play, right? And I'm just gonna lather myself. Okay? So if anyone talks to me, they don't have to smell my fucking bullshit. Okay?
This bunch of degenerates over here, somebody.
All right? No one's looking. Nuts too, bro. Nuts too. Nuts too. Get the shit no one wanted. A bunch of fucking C kids hanging out with, and fucking bro. That was what you got.
Yep.
Wasn't cheap either.
We got it. Yeah, that's true. It wasn't cheap.
I want to say it was like $40, $45.
Like if you Stater Brothers that time.
Yeah. You know what that get you back then?
Beer drinking.
You know what I'm saying? You know what that get you? That was before the big recession, bro. Okay. A lot of hookers, a lot of cocaine. Hey, I wasn't gonna say it. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Dude, Clutch was on that tour too, bro.
White people.
I remember seeing Clutch. Yeah. That was the first time I ever saw Clutch. I've seen him a handful of times since then. I want to say the last time in a long time, I saw him with Mastodon. I think, yeah, I believe that was a while ago, but yeah. Cool. The guy who sold you weed in 8th grade? Yeah, you probably look like that. Yeah.
The guy from the Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, Luis Guzman.
Yeah.
You're talking about Luis Guzman.
I just blacked out. I blacked out. And when I woke up, I was standing over him and I was screaming, I told you not to go there! I told you not to go there!
Your manager, right? Yeah, Luis Guzman is your manager. Yeah, okay. Alright. So, alright. Ken Susie of Unearth. It was the first time I ever saw Unearth, believe it or not. Back in El Paso, right? First ever Sounds Underground. That was my first experience with Unearth, which it's kind of weird to think, like, why did I even see them? Because I hadn't seen them before, but like they had played at Chain Reaction, plenty of other places, like toured a lot, right? Big in that metalcore scene. Hadn't seen them yet, and I mean, dude, like, read this right here. Like, they're drawing a dick on his arm. Like, this dude is like literally like the. Who's the frat boy who ends up joining a successful hardcore band? There you go, that's him, right? His banter in between songs, it would be like, okay, you know, you're there all day, right? There's no ins and outs. Luckily, it's in an arena where, like, it's in like, you know, El Paso, Texas, so they're nice enough. Like, there's water fountains, there's like accessible bathrooms. Kids are there like all day, and you know, people start to chill up in the stands because you can go. It's like free roam. You can go wherever you want, which is nice. So if you want to like chill up in the stands, knock out, conk out for a bit, come back, you know, pit, come back, conk out, like you can, right? And like you see like people up in the stands, and you know they're with their girlfriends or whatever, and you stop like with banner, and be like, oh, tough guy, jock stuff, and then at one point he stops, he goes, hey, you guys up there in the stands, hey, you guys getting hand jobs? I'm just asking, you guys getting hand jobs? Because if you're up there, you're not over here, that's cool if you get a hand job. You get hand jobs? Oh, okay, cool. It's just like, I guess like back then it was funny. Now I'm just, I kind of roll my eyes at it.
What level of difficulty is this?
But yeah, we're also exposed to a lot less. There's no like social media back then other than like MySpace. You know, you don't see the same TikToks over and over again. So it's not the same like recycled jokes. You know what I mean? We came fresh off of like watching Jackass and Viva La Bam every day. So it's like, yeah, CKY, right? So like, that stuff hadn't been run to the ground. We still had the same like childish jokes. Talk about old, bro. Norma Jean, I love Norma Jean, but that shirt is hideous. Some of the graphic design back there is god awful. Look at that haircut, bro. In Jordan, every time I die. Look at that haircut.
That was faster than me. That was faster.
That's I've been on tour for too long.
Where the fuck am I? What is going on?
And beginning drunk every night. And I just don't give
Today we
shave
are
whatever into my head
Edmonton,
at 2 in the morning. You know what I mean? After who knows how many Jaeger bombs.
Hello, sir. Please introduce yourself and your name.
Mike from Devil Driver.
This is the guy with the
What do you
mullet.
play?
Guitar.
Skin flute. Sweet Buckles, how you doing today?
Nice kicks, brother. Better hold on to them tight.
It's having a baby.
It's a beer baby and it's kicking. Hold on, it's thirsty.
It's a boy.
I have to drink for two. Yeah, we'll show him first.
I can't. This Phil from All That Remains. It's like Red State Rock, like country influenced metal, and I don't really understand it. It's just not my thing. Honestly, he might as well be from like Five Finger Death Punch. It's just not my thing.
I don't know the handshake.
He might hook up with Little Nas.
We're welcoming you.
Might come out with an album.
Let's switch with the bylaws.
Hey, bro, Montero slaps, my dude. Montero slaps, bro.
You just like the lap dance.
I mean, like he's got some balls on him, bro. I mean, I think I almost saw his nuts. Did you see that?
They wanted me to drive the bus tonight, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Now that I'm in the union, absolutely not.
I haven't watched that
Plus
one.
McGrath as Mr. Magoo.
I just see everybody talking crack.
If I were able to, without getting the rights, whatever, or is it DMCA by YouTube, we'd watch it right now, bro. You need to watch that.
You can just do the reaction.
These guys get together and get sweaty.
Bro,
Is there
that shit was ballsy, bro. I'll give him that. That
evidence
shit was pretty
whatsoever
ballsy.
of homosexuality in your workouts?
You see those shoes?
Aside from the nudity,
Oh, I saw those shoes.
the
They
thrusting,
look something like we would wear probably
the
back in the day.
lubing up
Bro.
before the workout, and
On a pair.
after the workout.
I don't have $1,000.
Straight ghetto from the streets of the sounds of the underground.
Pretty dope, though.
Right here, Mr. Ben.
You need to be like, ooh, put a gram. Bro, you take the pentagram off. They're still like, that colorway slaps. That like red ink, like when you drop a blood red ink. That shit slaps.
My name
Air Max
My
97s.
organ be happening.
2 sluts at the same time, yet not on the tour.
What's a typical bro answer,
I haven't seen
right?
that yet.
Nope.
Typical bro
Where'd you
answer for
been?
500.
There's been a lack of boobs on the tour.
You know what?
You haven't been at
You
our
ever seen
No, I haven't. In my
Office
size,
Space?
I get 13-year-old boys. No, a pair.
What would you say the other guys
$1,000
were
tomorrow.
saying that there was a lack of boobs? Are they just merely lame, or
chicks
they
at the
don't
same
have the
time.
skills, or maybe they don't have a 375-pound work?
looks
Is
at him,
that the
just-
problem?
All of the above.
There you go.
Like dead ass serious, like bro. Yeah, he was a neighbor, yeah. Hit the walls or something.
There it was. The merch area mosh pit. I love it.
How'd you feel about the merch area mosh pit?
Fucking ruled, man. Fucking kick fucking ass.
We did hard here. We put the hardest, bro.
It's gonna land on me.
Rush the
Table. Game on! Get the tables!
Look at that. Throwdown has gone down. They have been thrown down. Their table is
see it on camera, so when I edited it, I see this. At some point, we need to do wrestling videos. I don't know shit about new wrestling. I only know like like SmackDown, Attitude, and like a little bit of In Your House. But mind you, like I was like 5 or 6. You were like 7 or 8 in that era. So like you know like a little bit. But I think that the Attitude era and the SmackDown era is like the era that we know the best. I could probably put it on an emulator. It's probably not hard to find. I have it for the PlayStation. You can play it on the PS2, but yeah, it'd just be easier to do that. We can do that. Yeah, that one game was good. The second one was kind of like whatever, but the first, bro, I remember being obsessed with that game. Yeah, like I mean, like that, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. There's a handful of others. Yeah, like Man was a little later, but I feel like that, like the Y2K era. Oh, he got jacked for his shoes. Remember he's only a lot of those? Damn, bro. Damn.
Yeah. For the first time tonight, we saw Hillbilly work.
He did grab that kid by the neck pretty quick.
It was fairly brief and fairly abrupt. It was,
Well, he got the job done.
He got it done.
As soon as the situation came up, blam, blap, gone.
well, I turned around to swing on the dude because I saw him all of a sudden out of the corner, and then it was too late. I was like, oh.
I didn't know what was going on, but I heard and felt the stage move. Looked down, and dude was there with Hillbilly on top of him going.
You and I were
Lamb of
going
God
at the
stories,
time.
right?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. When they were like one of my favorite bands. Oh, he
Hey, you got to work tonight, huh?
bro, he
All right, now time to do some
There you
tattoo
go.
interviews. We gotta go with the open.
Andy every time I die.
Sorry, man.
I told you this. He's a wrestler, right?
Oh,
The Butcher, right? The Butcher and the Blade. Butcher, the Blade, and Bunny. He wrestles for AEW. You brought up Matt Hardy. We brought up the Hardy Boys. Those are matches you gotta watch, right? Matt Hardy plays this like manager type, tycoon guy on AEW, and guess who the new group we just signed is? I did not even remember that until you brought that up. I would, yeah, right. He's just a manager. So he just signed the Butcher, the Blade, and Bunny, right? And I like we just talked about that, and I just randomly watched it because Andy posted it off his Instagram, which is @AndyComplains, by the way, if anyone wants to check it out. And I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. You know what I mean? And look, ooh.
Hey man, thank you guys.
Or cracked and hollow. Yeah, dude. I luckily one of the first couple matches was a tag team match with the Butcher and the Blade, and Matt Hardy was out there. Like, dude, we were just talking about that.
He'll be here for
Yeah, dude. I want to say it's Backlash 2000. It's I want to say it's Backlash 2000. We gotta watch that. That like multi-tiered like hardcore tag team match when Jeff Hardy like jumps off the hook and swanton bombs everybody, like the Dudley Boys and Christian and Edge and God knows who, and the whole crowd's like, holy, 10, right? We're like watching in the garage, and you just holy shit! I'm like, oh my god, this is not SmackDown, like this is for real, bro. I guess this is what wrestling is. It's so like, I mean, as not watered down as it is. It's pretty watered down on the TV versus versus the pay-per-view. Yes, but Lamb of God stories. So the first Sounds Underground was actually this tour again in El Paso, Texas. Key moments that kind of made me like, okay, Lamb of God's one of my favorite bands right now. Was they're playing Black Label, so it's a. And it's just like, okay, like I just feel like I worked my way up the front row, right? So I kind of like worked with courage. All right, no more space aliens are gonna come on you. It's okay. No more space aliens are gonna come on you. It's okay. Just go to the front row. It's all right. Okay, it's all over. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Had to cry. Had to talk with myself. No, I'm just kidding. So I worked my way up to the front, and I'm just like, I keep getting to the front. I'm like, dude, I'm really close to the stage. And I just feel a breeze behind me, like open room. And I'm just like, no, there's no one behind me. I look behind me, everything's opened up. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Right? How did I get to the front so quickly, so easily? And why is there no one behind me? And it's like, I mean, I guess they're ready to start the pit, but like, this doesn't feel like that. Because normally people are already like, you got one dude doing this, the other kid's pacing back and forth. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big ever, right? Like, there's always like, it's just like the pit starts and opens up in the middle of the song, in the, whatever song that encourages people to run around in toilet bowl formation, right? Like, this is different. So they're getting a bing, bing, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm not even looking at the stage, right? So now I look back at the stage, Randy's 1, 2, 3, go, right? Bro, wall of death. That was the first time I ever saw the wall of death. People are just crashing into each other. I'm like, oh shit. There's people just getting taken down, just running into each other, and I'm just like, oh, dude, like, you know what I mean? I went from no one around me, just basically, at the edge of the pit now, and I'm near the stage. Like, that was crazy.
See the guy in the kabuki mask?
Looks like he got bukkakied by a blind mime or something. How would you mine if you were blind?
That's a good question.
I don't want to marginalize, but I don't think it exists. I think it was just talking shit.
You get soccer on your ass.
You think he'd be good at miming? That's the next dumpster dive. We sit here and we watch mime and go, hey, Socko, your turn. No, that sucks. Try again.
Oh man, that's killer.
No, get away from the screen. We're trying to watch. Because you know he watches shit like this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's League of Legends. He's got to, but... What would you throw at him?
What do you mean, though?
What would you throw at him?
What did I throw at him? I don't know.
You're awful for even thinking about it. You thought about it? You didn't say, no, Socko's my friend.
It's gonna be a water bottle, empty.
Socko's my friend. That's what I would have said. Oh, you're awful.
Let me do that again. Can we edit that out? No,
it's like the
Socko's my
toothpaste.
friend, bro.
It's like the toothpaste. When the toothpaste comes out, you can't put it back in the tube. You can't put it back in the tube, DJ. You can't put it back in the tube, okay? You're a terrible person.
No,
I have the moral high ground now,
Look,
okay?
it's social media. Everything can be deleted.
Hey, you ever notice how the word little is twice as long as the word big? What gives? Everything. You know why? Listen, everybody in the world who ain't got no teeth, good luck getting laid.
I think he had dentures, bro. I think it took him out.
There we go, which is a fun day in Sons of the Underground, and we looked around for the tattoo. We didn't find the most extreme lower back tattoo, but we did find the fact that most people here get their tattoos when they're stoned or drunk, and they love Lamb of God and they love Screaming Slayer.
Can you believe this, dude?
Yeah, dude, I swear to God, he did like 3 tours with that fucking shirt. That's Mark Morton from Lamb of God. I swear to God, he's done like 3 tours with that shirt. You know, I had that shirt too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it for like 5 years. I had the sleeves cut off too. It kind of goes without saying. Oh! Yeah, 2 cup push-ups.
That's why I was so good on pizza.
You have a tour pass? Yeah. That's dope,
I
dude.
think this dog is the first dog to ever have his own laminate.
Woo! Camaro, man! You ever see that band? Number 2 favorite band. Number 1, Slayer. Number 2, Camaro. Number 3, gotta be Cannibal Corpse.
I'm gonna steal Every Time I Die's phrase. Shinfo. Cannibal Corpse from Buffalo, New York. Just like Every Time I Die. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You watch the same DVDs I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. And, yeah, and you know that they moved to Florida? Do you think it's special? Because you know that, from Buffalo, and they moved to Florida? Oh, I'm DJ, I'm cool. I get it, okay? I'm just kidding. I know you knew that.
Did you know that they were Ace Ventura, Pet Detective?
No. Oh, better yet, I'm gonna put you in the fucking spot, DJ. I'm gonna put you in the fucking spot.
Let's go.
What song did they play on Ace Ventura, Pet Detective? Alright, we went.
It's easy, it's called Slayer.
It's called Slayer. Yeah, late Slayer. Yeah. Alright. Hammer Smash Face. Yeah. Hammer Smash Face. Yeah.
I was dancing.
Yeah. Oh.
I've noticed
I remember
a
this.
rather disturbing trend in our community, the metal and hardcore community. I call it the dudes who wear a white belt phenomenon.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, a lot of fucking people who wear white belts.
And it was like, I would say like, oh, it's fucking Seeps or shit. No. Dude, a bunch of hardcore kids, metalcore kids, they all did the same thing. Yeah.
Ladies, if your boyfriend has on a white belt on,
But it would be it'd be like the skinny bootcut jeans and a white belt, right? Look at that. Got him, bro. Trophies. Now burn them. Yeah, dude. I don't think I've seen I don't think I've seen that in like 12 years.
The fight for justice in the way of manhood.
Yeah. Yeah. Destroy the hotel room. Yeah, real rockers get to not sleep in the van on tour and just
No number two. We've had shooters before. You can't pinch one off and turn.
It's not that.
Nope.
Yeah.
You're gonna go number one or two?
As much as this
one
this
or
stuff
two?
peaked back then, like that stuff
One or
was
two?
not happening.
One or two?
Like bro, even like Ozzy
one?
at ozzfest had like this really nice bus.
I got three. I gotta go number three
Yeah,
when
nobody
she
stayed
gets
in
out.
hotels. That was a
So
Motley
I'm gonna
Crue
smell
era.
her number
Or
two
that
and
was
make
the
number
Motley Crue
three.
era, where they could afford, you know.
Tour buses with everything on there.
Yeah, when they were just like stupid money.
Oh, what is this, a taco? Okay, let's start
Double
with that.
sugar.
Yeah, bro. Fuck, you can feel your arteries collapsing in your arm
I don't
halfway
like
through
that.
drinking it.
I mean, if I have to have a fan.
Eat the whole napkin.
Is that good? Thank you for the... Chug.
Female interaction has left the chat.
Hey, it's not part now.
No one wants to smell your stinking ass breath after that.
Well, that's all that's come out.
She'll probably be on the toilet after that. Jesus.
Fucking white people. You gotta mix mayonnaise with hot sauce to get them to eat it, huh?
They even make that beer?
Miller Genuine Draft?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they put it in like a 32 ounce
Bottle.
yeah, so it doesn't taste as much like armpit. The can doesn't filter out the armpit. Yeah. It doesn't filter out the armpit stench, taste, feel. Is that like a leathery feel on your tongue, on your taste buds? I can remember being like 16 and like whatever you get your hands on, right? And I remember it was a Miller Genuine Draft, but it was a cheaper one. You know which one I'm talking about?
Like the ice or the.
No, it was Miller, but it was the one in the 32 ounce, or it would come in a 20 or 30. Miller High Life. And I can remember being like, oh fuck, this tastes like shit. So like I'm just gonna drink it fast to get fucked up really fast. Like that was your mentality. Like whatever you get your hands on.
Remember all those crazy times during the parties.
Yeah. But I can remember that. Like I want to venture to say that Miller High Life tastes better warm. Warm and fast. Okay?
The faster you get it down, the faster you don't taste it.
Yes, and the quicker you forget about it. Okay? Sounds like trauma, okay? It's trauma. It's trauma in a bottle, okay? That's what they're selling.
Did you see me saying no?
And the aftermath. Whatever it is.
No, it's over. Just you ate a mouthful of mayonnaise. Are you fucking kidding me? Not since Tom Green has comedy been so brilliant.
All right. What do you think? Wall of Death, Lamb of God?
Do it.
I mean, we talked about it. We got to pull it up, right? Yeah. All right. Well, Hellfest it is. This is from the other DVD. I don't remember the name of it.
Spread it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the Q4.
I don't remember.
All right, this is Black Label.
I guess we'll just have to put it up.
Hold your position.
Oh, I want to do this as a pretty good example. Like, you want to talk about sweat pit? Bro, that right there is like some hellhole in New Jersey, and it's probably like 110 degrees with all those people in there. Yeah, literally, it's under a metal shed. Yeah, it's probably in a place where like and during the county fair, they probably have like cows like in there, you know, methane smells like embedded into the fucking top. People are still going fucking big. Yep. Here's a good one. Yeah, this is just gonna be. The rest of this is literally gonna be. Hey, remember this band I like? Hellfest. We weren't there. Check it out. In order to ride in the crowd, bro. It's audio too. I can barely tell what's in this. I believe this is shooting my freshman. I want to be there. Hear it for real. Yeah, she. Like this is like I want to say that this probably is like my preference as far as like all the stage diving, all the crowd surfing. Like I like it a lot better. Like, you know what I mean? Just always having like, hey, let's wait for the breakdown and like, you know, let's hardcore dance and fucking crowd kill everyone, right? It gets a little old. And again, it's because I'm old. You know what I mean? We're old. And I feel like the shows that I like the most, you know, every time I die toured with like Turnstile. I thought those were like the perfect combination of bands. For like, hey, like, let's fucking, you know, we'll fucking slam dance a little bit. Everyone's gonna stage dive. Everyone's gonna be jumping, like that nice like energy of just like being a part of that. It's like, oh shit, okay, this is fun. You know what I mean? Where it's like always having to fucking, you know, push everyone away, and you're always like this at the edge of the pit because people are trying to, you know, crowd kill and throw kicks, you know, high kicks at your head and shit. It just gets a little old. Like, I love that music, but you feel me? I like just kind of like this is fun right here.
I like watching it. I'm not into it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's everyone's got like their like the thing with extreme music is everyone's got their like vibe, right? Dude, I'm all over the place. I'm like all over the place. But like favorite bands, Verge, Don't Do Escape Plan, Every Time I Die. But like it's stage diving. It's stage diving. It's high energy. You know, we come on stage, we fly off the stage. The musicians are flying off the stage at you. You know what I mean? Like it's just like where everyone, 100 people have been on and off the stage, and the lead singer has been crowd surfed from the back of the room to the front by the end multiple times. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just a different vibe with any of the bands we saw today, but they are in the spirit of it. So we're gonna pull up Dillinger Escape Plan, Hellfest, and pretty sure this is the mullet burden. So shout out to mullets. Just yeah, no, you party in the front, business in the back. That's a reverse mullet, and it would probably look better than the haircut I currently have. You slick it. But the party's here, and the business is like cut here though. So how do you slick it forward? You walk backwards. All right, yeah. Yeah, this is the mullet burden right here. Oh, hey, actually, we should probably watch Disaster Pieces one day. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go along. Did he tear out the ass of his fucking jumpsuit? Like, bro, like, you have nothing on there. I mean, it gets hot, I get it, but like, bro, you tore the ass out of that. Like, dude. No, yeah, bro. Well, right in the crowd, fucking man. See what I'm talking about? That dude plays in Suicide Boys. You saw him punch a burn out, dude. Lame. Good guy. Oh, with the fire breathing too, bro. And the stage is on fire. Want to talk about a NSS? It's probably like 110 degrees in there. Like if you brought it up in like a shed, right? Right, bro. That's where I wish I just got a chance to see it live. Little counter. Fuck yeah. Alright, perfect to close that out. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us on this little dumpster dive. Make sure you comment on what we should dive into next. Until then, like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you follow us on social media. And peace, love, respect. Peace.